Dear participants of the conference, my name is Valeriia Shvaiko. I'm a student of MoMLeT&DS National University. Let me introduce the human morphofunctional introduction-based decision support system for choosing kind of sport. The issue of having a healthy lifestyle is important and relevant today, as a healthy youth is needed for a successful country. Modern informatization of society has negative impact on the health of the young generation. Online classes, social networks, and computer games are increasingly leading to a sedentary lifestyle. According to nationwide youth survey results conducted by Shvaiko Ukraine on the order of the Minister of Youth and Sport and with the support of the UN system in Ukraine in 2015, it is possible to observe rather low indicators of youth involvement in various sports. One of the questions was, what kind of sport have you been doing during the last 20 months? The most popular were fitness or physical experience, 45%, jogging, 30%, and football, 25%, was only in third place. This is followed by swimming, 23%, and cycling, 21%, which are not at all among the most popular sport in the Minister annual report. The volleyball, 11%, yoga, and basketball, 6% each. The results are shown in diagram. The survey also asked the question, what prevents you from doing sport? Various types of physical activity, during which 26% of respondents answered that nothing prevents them from doing sport, but for certain reasons they do not do it. And 40% complained about the lack of willpower and self-discipline. According to statistical data obtained as a result of sociological survey conducted by the Frederick Ebert Foundation in Ukraine in 2017, 33% of young people aged 14-29 do sports in their free time often and very often. 18% never do it, and 36% occasionally or sometimes. In addition, the regularity of classes also decreases with age, from 48% among teenagers to 25% among 25-29 years old. The highest level of permanent sport activity is in Kiev, 40%, and the lowest in Seoul, 28%. With the onset of the global coronavirus pandemic in 2020 and the onset of full-scale war in Ukraine in 2022, children's physical activity has significant decrease, and sports participation rates have also dropped sharply. Currently, there are no statistical data for this period. Therefore, development of effective mechanism for children and adolescents' involvement in physical activity through systematic participation in various sports cultivated in the city and the establishment of a healthy lifestyle in their environment are urgent and important tasks. Therefore, purpose of the study is to develop a decision support system that based on comprehensive examination study of morphofunctional indicators, physical indicator taking into account the level of physical ability will help each child to make the most optimal selection of sports that are cultivated in the region. During the research, related works in the field of decision support is in sport domain and methods of choosing the appropriate kind of sport for children and adults have been considered. Analysis of existing solutions in the form of websites and mobile applications, which offer assistance in selecting of kind of sport according to the individual characteristics of the user, was also carried out. The result was the analysis shown in a table on this slide. As it can be seen for this table, ready-to-use mobile applications are mostly focused on fitness and activity tracking, while websites give general suggestions in the form of blog articles. However, currently there are not ready-to-use solutions that provide decision support assistance in choosing a kind of sport accordingly to individual morphophysical indicators of the user. Therefore, the issue of developing human morphofunctional indicators-based decision support system for choosing kind of sport is relevant and important today to maintain the children and adolescents' health and appropriate level, especially the post-COVID periods through sports that are best suited to each personality individually. In course of the search, the target audience or stakeholder for the decision support system for choosing a sport based on the morphofunctional indicators of person were determined. It primarily includes students, school-age children who are currently most exposed to a sedentary lifestyle, their parents, physical education teacher, and coaches of sports school who are interested in development of sport and increasing the level of physical activity among children. We conducted a survey among the target audience on the subject of preferable form of DCC implementation. 71% of respondents have chosen the form of mobile application. Science is the most frequently used type of software nowadays. To implement the proposed in the work human morphofunctional indicator-based decision support system for choosing kind of sport, a method of operation of this system was developed, which consists of 7 steps. First, analysis of sport cultivated in the region. Second, develop of information indicator for each type of sport cultivated in the region. 3, creation of a diagnostic complex taking into account the specific of each type of sport. 4, development of an algorithm for determining the types of sports that are best suited for individual students. 5, development of a computer programmable application that would determine the most optimal types of sport for each student. 6, full-scale examination of students of the general secondary education institution. And 7, provision of recommendation regarding sport orientation to students, parents, sport coaches of the local youth or school. Also, based on the proposed method, a structure diagram of the information system for choosing a sport based on functional indicators of a person was built. The structure of the proposed CC consists of the database, server subsystem, and client subsystem. The administrator of the system upload XLS and CSV file with the information about the kinds of sports that are cultivated in the region, and then targeting for the certain age group of students. After taking the measurement of the indicators of student group, the administrator also applied Excel or CSV file with the results of the management for each student in a group. The server-side part consists of algorithms for selecting the kind of sport by the indicators and software for data processing and the interface for connecting to the client part. To able to calculate the propensity for sport, the following morphofunctional indicators are proposed to take into account anthropometric data. First is height, weight and height index, muscle mass index, the ratio of the arm span to the length of the body standing, physical abilities, 30 meters run, standing vertical or long jump, throwing a wall ball at a distance, sit-ups, crunches for 30 seconds, floor push-up, trunk tilt, shuttle run, reaction time, jumping rope for 30 seconds, unscrewing the measuring type. The algorithm for above-mentioned method operation consists of 5 steps. First, enter the information about the student's name, gender, grade, school, date of birth. Second, determine the indicators that characterize morphofunctional and motor capabilities of the student's XJ, where XJ is a student's result for each separate indicator. J is ordinal number of indicator. The next, for each indicator, we determine the score OJ by Formula 1, where is the average value of each individual indicator. Sigma J is the root means where deviation for each individual indicator. The value XJ and sigma J are selected from the table data according to age and gender. Therefore, as a result, we get 20 ratings for each individual indication. Based on the weighting coefficient V8 we calculated the predisposition as 8 for each sport, where V8 weighting coefficient for each individual sport for each indicator. C8 is predisposition for the certain kind of sport. 8 is the index serial number of each sport. It is assumed that there will be 27 kinds of sport. That is, each individual sport was equal to 1. Accordingly, C8 can be calculated by formula 2. And 5 is displayed the result on the calculation on the screen in the visual form. Preparation of the algorithm of calculating individual propensity for sport for human morphofunctional indicator-based decision support system for choosing kind of sport in a tabular form. Development level is determined according to the scale. A low level is less than minus 1.50 sigma. Below average is from minus 1.5 sigma to minus 0.5 sigma. Average level is from minus 0.5 sigma to 0.5 sigma. Above average is from 0.5 sigma to 1.5 sigma, and high is above 1.5 sigma. Since it was decided to implement the proposed DCC in the form of the cross-platform mobile application, we created user interface design is present on the slide. Future research is aimed at data analysis and the formation of knowledge based on database and the software implementation of decision support system for choosing a sport based on morphofunctional indicator for a person. Therefore, the proposed technology will help to choose a sport that will be best suited for a child based on his individual indicator. Thanks for your attention.